Buenos dias. I'm sitting here in a little, it's not a cafe, it's like a little kiosk for Duran coffee, which is the brand that I like. The hospital is next door. I am signing up for this insurance plan. I think I'll do another video to explain all about that insurance that could be an option for seniors, especially those of us who already have Medicare or Medicare Advantage, and we're just looking for something to supplement, right? So after 3 years of research, I decided to do this one because the other one I almost signed up for was going to be like 315 or 20 a month. I mean, you may think it's not a lot of money, but when you're on a fixed income, that's a big chunk, right? Even though if I have the Medicare Advantage, I can give my credit card if I end up in the hospital and then fight with my insurance to pay, which is what usually happens, right? So I debated between that one and this one. This one I'm signing up for is what we call a discount plan. The plan will pay 70% and I will pay 30%. So even more of the motivation for me to stay healthy and stay well, right? It also has anyway, I'll talk about all the benefits. So the discount plan, again, I'll give more information that, they do have some provisions for what we call pre-existing conditions, right? So yesterday, which was nice, I spoke to a young lady on the phone. She spoke English and she was able to ask me all the medical questions over the phone, which is nice. So if you don't speak Spanish, this is something to consider. But at the same time, the insurance agent also had offered to help with filling out the form, so that's also an option. But I had labs done. They did, CBC, complete blood count. I wonder if they did electrolytes. I don't remember. I think I have the when I do the full video, I'll go into more details. But that's a creatinine, but they didn't do the rest of the complete blood count. I would have loved to do that. I think I'm going to go back and do like insulin level, thyroid, ESR, which measures your inflammation. I can do that on my own. And because they're not regular labs, they might cost me a little bit. But we are used to paying for things here. So they did that, and then they asked me for urine. I had to go to the bathroom when I took a shower this morning. And then I went in the bathroom, nothing would come out, drip, drip. I'm like, oh my God. So I went and drank some water, and then I said, I'm having some coffee. Maybe that's going to stimulate my kidneys. But anyway, I think I took the metro, and then I walked over, which was like a 15-20 minute walk. So I got my steps in. But I think I'm going to walk around and take some short videos, which I've been wanting to do some neighborhoods. But because of this plan, I need to come to this hospital if something happens to me. So I was looking at the buildings around, and I'm like, and I'm pretty sure they'll be cheaper than where I live. Because where I live, if they call 911 to get the traffic to get me here, it's going to take a little while. Anyway, pray for your sis so I can give that your investment so I can leave. I'm a patient. So after the labs, I'll get the results tomorrow. Then they say I'm going to be talking to a physician And the physician, based on my labs, I'm a little bit worried because last time I checked, my white count was kind of low. And that's when I went and added vitamin B12 and folate. So everything else was okay. The EKG looked good. So, it was finished. She finished doing it. And I said, can I see it? And she kind of looked funny. And I'm like, this is my EKG. I want to see what it looks like. So it looked good. So anyway, there are other things that I need to consider. Every time I think, you're healthy, but at my age, something is bound to not work as well. So, all right, so I will do a full video once signed on and got my card or whatever they're gonna give me, and then I'll let you kind of do a comparison, all right? Because I don't think it's safe to be bare, but the monthly premiums are very comfortable. So this is why I'm signing up for this one. Okay? So, all right. Talk to you soon. Good day. Bye.